Jeannie. We miss her so much, and we just hope that she is feeling better. But back with us again today as guest co-host is attorney, author, and the latest New York housewife, Ebony K. Williams. What's up, Ebony?
What's up, Queen? Y'all again, Lonnie, Adrian, Garcelle. Love y'all.
We are so happy to have you here again. Okay, are you up for a little girl chat?
No, I am, girl. Let's get into it.
Let's go. First up, the very anticipated Fresh Prince of BelAir reunion dropped yesterday on HBO Max to celebrate the show's 30th anniversary. I can't believe that it's been 30 years. But
wow,
what really shocked people is that Will Smith sat down with the original Aunt Viv, who we love and we've had on our show, Janet Hubert. So Will and Janet actually had a heart-to-heart separate from the other cast. And get this, you guys, it was actually their first on-screen appearance together in 27 years. Now, obviously, It is no secret that Janet had beef with Will and the show for firing her and recasting the role of Aunt Viv with another actress. Now, both Will and Janet have spoken out against one another publicly in the past, so it was just nice for fans to see them finally bury the hatchet. Ladies, the big question is, how long do you think is just too long when it comes to holding a grudge?
I'm still holding on to a couple. I've got a couple.
Oh man, I think 5 minutes is too long, y'all. I gotta be candid. And listen, I followed this grudge deeply because I live for Janet Hubert. She's a Juilliard trained thespian, honey, and I know that she was really hurt, which is why she held on to it, and probably why you're still holding on to something too, Miss Garcelle. So I do get that we're human and we have that experience, but like in the era of COVID, like people are dropping and not coming back, and you never know the minute nor the hour that you could be taken. So I think it's important to just kind of say how you feel, get it off your chest, and be able to move forward.
I agree.
I
agree. And that's what I was going to say. I am holding on to a few, but I'm ready to let them go, especially after reading this. But like everybody here, I mean, I fell in love with those characters. So I didn't want to know there was any beef. Just like when I found out Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker didn't get along. Like, I don't want to know that stuff because we fell in love with those characters and we want to see them. But you know what? I think you're right, Ebony. I think, as you get older, as you're maturing, as you're seeing that life is so fleeting and so quick, you want to sort of mend those things. So I may make a few calls this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
I may. I didn't say I would. I said I may.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I'm not making any calls.
Why?
Because I believe that you absolutely should forgive, not for that person, but for yourself. And if you find yourself actively every single day talking about this person, thinking about them, like, that's not okay. Like, you have to find healing. And we always say that the healing is not the other person's responsibility, it's your own. But I do believe in not forgetting. Like, let us not forget that who people are. And like Maya Angelou said, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. I am a believer in that. So I believe that, while I'm not going to be sitting up here talking about these people or making videos on Instagram, being obsessed low-key with them and my anger with them or the hurt that they may have caused me, I do believe it's okay to recognize, I don't want to have that person in my life, or I don't want to be that person's friend. And that is okay to decide. So in that case,
when it comes
you can hold on to it.
Yeah, when it comes to the whole Janet and Will thing, I mean, come on. They replaced her with somebody that didn't look nothing like her. And I was like, wait a minute. So y'all just not go give us...
That was
weird. Shout out to Maxine Reed, but they don't look alike. No, they don't.
They don't look like... So now we got to go dark skin Aunt Viv, light skin Aunt Viv, all that kind of stuff. Okay. I think you can let go of grudges after a certain amount of years. But sometimes, so 30 years, I think, okay, they like, let's just get it over with and let's get it. But I do believe you have to be careful because sometimes I think that this hurt her career. I think she is a wonderful
I agree
actress,
with you.
But I think that hurt her career. And sometimes speaking out hurts your career. Because if you notice, Will went on. He became a superstar.
He sure
and
did.
And it's like, so I wish that there were things that I could have not said early on in my career. And just being just truthful, I wish there were things that I would not have said. And so I learned, and I tell young people today, sometimes when you get into a fight with people, just don't say nothing. That don't mean that you lost.
Take a few days.
That don't mean that you're wrong. Sometimes silence is the best thing, and let the process play itself out. I think she would have had a different type of career. And not saying that, her career, whatever, but I just wanted to see more of her. This woman could dance, she could act, she could do everything. And
She's
I
amazing.
don't know if that one thing actually, hurt her career. So just be careful when you're talking about grudges
Also,
and holding grudges.
Also, if
Good
years
advice.
later you see that person has not changed and they're still that toxic person that they were when you didn't want to be their friend, I think it's okay to recognize that, and you don't have to, have moments like this. I think I think Will and both Janet saw growth in one another, and that's why they were able to make amends.
Yeah, and put the
I
egos
hope so.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Adrian. I think you can forgive, but don't forget who people are. And also, I misspoke, y'all. It was the good Daphne Reed. Shout out to her, who was light skinned on Viv.
Right, Daphne Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's it's like, and we love the light skin, on Viv too. We love Daphne, but it's a lesson in all of this, I think, about forgiveness. It's a lesson about, not speaking too soon or too harshly on people, because you never know what the future is going to hold. So with that said, while some people think soccer superstar David Beckham can make anything look good, his wife, Spice Girl Victoria, doesn't exactly agree. Victoria recently posted a picture of her and her boo-boo to the ground, but all people wanted to comment on were David's big old boots. So Victoria decided to join in. She posted on her Instagram story that the boots made David look like Gaston, the villain from
Gaston.
Gaston, the villain from Beauty and the Beast. Ladies, what would you do if your man was wearing something that made him look like a cartoon character? What would you do?
I mean, you do your best. You do your best. You try to tell him, babe, that don't look cute. You try to offer other options. Like, oh, man, you know what would look fly with that? You should put those other sneakers on instead. Israel has fallen in love with Crocs, guys. Like, my sister bought him a pair of Crocs for her new house. And it's just disturbing. It is just, I'm just not a fan.
Disturbing.
She bought them for me too. They act like you walking on water like Jesus when you put them on. And I just don't think that's true. I mean, yeah, they're comfortable, but you could find a pair of other shoes that are just as comfortable and don't look as crazy, in my opinion.
Okay, well, I have something I want to get your ladies' opinion on. Okay, my boyfriend James, he wanted to go glass shopping for eyewear, right? He didn't tell me. He went, got the glasses, and he put it on Facebook. Now, here's the picture. Now, he thought he was fishing for compliments. He didn't check with me, because I would have told him. First of all, that's a bad pose, okay? You need to check with Adrian about poses. Secondly, them glasses don't look right. And so in the comments in Facebook, he thought he was going to get a bunch of, oh my God, it looks so great. No, they was like, it's a no for me. It's a no.
Oh no.
They too big. His poor little feelings was hurt.
Oh,
And I said, that's what you get when you don't check with me. That's why you don't.
Let me see the picture again.
Wearing glasses. Put it back up for people to see. No, they're too big.
They're not that bad.
I don't think they're bad at all. But he should have taken you.
Thank you, Garcelle.
He should have taken you.
Now he gonna learn his lesson. He's gonna learn. Ebony, you over there being quiet. You new to the family. Go on and tell them they don't look right.
No, you know what? I don't think the glasses were bad, Lonnie. But of course, you are the style queen of the partnership. So heck yeah, he should have taken you with him.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, take your women with you. Okay, that's all we asking.
Okay, I want to know what you think about this. So an unfaithful wife took to a site, I think it's called Quora, to ask,
Yep.
why should I apologize to my in-laws for cheating on my husband? They are demanding an apology or they will stay out of the lives of our kids. Ladies, what do you have to say to this? Do you think she should apologize for cheating on her husband to the in-laws?
Ooh, that's
They're
a
both
whole
wrong.
different level of petty. That's a different
I
level.
think they're both wrong.
Do you think so?
Okay. Yeah, I do. I think that the idea that when you do something like this, that you think it affects no one except for yourself or your significant other is delusional, because it absolutely affects other people. It affects the other family members. It affects your children. Weird question, but Garcelle, do you feel that when your ex cheated on you, he owed your family an apology? He broke up a home. Don't you think that deserves an apology?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think
And
apology
someone with a good
is
heart
needed.
would want to apologize.
Yes, agree. I
So-
think it's important. I think not only if maybe the couple don't have kids, they can go their separate ways. Maybe the person who cheated doesn't feel like they have a responsibility to amend. But I think if you have children with this person, you're going to work on your relationship, then absolutely, when you take a vow to marry someone, I also think you take a vow with their family as well. So I would agree that
Oh
an
my
apology is
God.
definitely
What are
needed.
y'all talking about? What are y'all?
I think anybody
ahead.
with a good heart would
Go
want to
ahead,
say sorry.
I agree,
go.
Adrian.
Ebony.
Okay,
Ebony.
cold-hearted Lonnie, what do you think?
Ebony, what you think, Ebony?
Lonnie, let me. I am shocked, Garcelle and Adrian, at y'all's perspective here, but that's why this is a show, right? Everybody's got a different take. I don't think that the cheating spouse owes anyone an apology except the individual they took vows with.
Ew.
I was previously married as well. And I felt that it was the influence and the peanut gallery of the family that was problematic in our marriage, to be honest and vulnerable. And I believe that it's important for couples to have a bit of a protective bubble with one another, so that their obligation primarily is to one another. Now, listen, if you're inclined to make that overture to the in-laws or the siblings or even go right ahead. But I think the obligation is only to the person you actually stood at the altar with.
Okay, I'm going to disagree, attorney Ebony. I feel like if people hold grudges, right? So you might make up with your mate, your partner, but then your family's still gonna hold a grudge. So if you want to make things peaceful, an apology is definitely needed.